Hi, I'm Rob Reiner, founder of Parents Action for Children, the nonprofit organization that produced the I Am Your Child video series. I started Parents Action to help educate parents, caregivers, and others about the critical role they play in the development of young children and making the interests of families and young children a national priority. Please take a minute after viewing this program to visit our website, www.parentsaction.org, where you'll find other useful parenting resources and educational materials, including more I Am Your Child videos. You'll also learn how you can connect with other parents to help make sure that all of America's children have the support they need to reach their full potential. Thank you. Hi, I'm Rob Reiner, founder and chairman of Parents Action for Children, the nonprofit organization that produced this video. Parents Action is the voice of America's parents. We develop parent education materials, connect parents with one another, and fight for issues that matter the most to America's parents. After watching this video, please take a moment to visit www.parentsaction.org. Help make children and families a national priority. I'm here today to talk to you about what might be one of the most important times in your child's education, preschool. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't preschool where kids spend the day finger painting, playing with blocks, and running around? Heck, they even take naps in the middle of the day. So what could they be learning? The answer is a lot. In fact, studies show that quality preschool, or pre-K as it's sometimes called, is one of the surest routes to success in school and beyond. In today's world, most young children spend some time in the care of someone other than their parents. There are a lot of different names for this: childcare, daycare, preschool, pre-K. In this video, we'll use the terms preschool and pre-K to describe programs that prepare 3- and 4-year-olds to enter kindergarten ready to succeed. A quality pre-K program is the key. And we're going to give you some tips so you know what that looks like. You see, children have a real hunger for learning, especially in the early years.
Children are learning machines. They can't help but learn. And what learning means is that they are in a continuous process of trying to understand what the world is about, understand about people, understand about objects.
By the time children reach 3 or 4, their curiosity and love of learning really shows.
All of that's toothpaste.
You have these conversations with a 3 or 4-year-old, and you'll hear what, when, who, why, over and over again. And they're just dying to get that out of them.
This is just the time for preschool.
And what color is this? Green. Monday.
Most parents define preschool as being a group experience with children the same age that focuses on social stuff.
You're welcome, Macy.
And getting ready for school.
Letter A for Alex.
Ready? Oh, yeah.
They learn the skills they'll need to succeed in kindergarten.
I said a boom, chicka boom.
My older daughter went to preschool, and she's done fantastically. She started with knowledge of her ABCs and her numbers and a few words, learning to share and take turns.
Daria, please, can I use?
You know, all of those kind of things that are going to help you in life.
Getting their brain and their body and their emotions in order so that they can attack what we call big school material with a vengeance.
They're learning how to be engaged with other children,
Say please. All right.
how to learn as part of a team, how to solve a problem together. It's different from learning letters and numbers, but it's as important.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Research shows that good programs work.
Good job. You're fine. All right. Good.
We know that children who are 3 and 4 are in a quality preschool program are just much more likely to do better when they enter kindergarten. They're going to have the good pre-reading skills they know to take off right away in reading.
Excellent.
The math skills, and they're going to get so much more out of those early elementary school years.
And the recent Perry Preschool study showed that the benefits extend to the entire community.
I helped Grandma.
Children who participate in high-quality early education programs are much more likely to stay in school.
More likely to finish college. They're more likely to be successful people.
That they're very likely to be so successful at an early age that even the juvenile court system will never see them.
They tend to hold steady jobs, and they have higher lifetime earnings than kids who don't go to preschool.
By the time the children from programs are adults, you find that preschool has had a remarkable impact on their success in family formation. Even things such as whether they're likely to own their own home, things that we think of as part of the American dream.
In fact, as a society, we get a return of up to $17 for every tax dollar that we invest in preschool.
You know what? I like pepperoni. You do?
So investing in preschool is better than putting your money in the stock market. That's pretty amazing for a public program.
Pre-K is more important than ever. But unfortunately, many kids miss out on this opportunity because there aren't enough quality programs available. The result? Over 1/3 of students enter kindergarten unprepared.
What we've heard from kindergarten teachers is not so much that children aren't ready for school because they don't know their ABCs and they don't know their math tables and things like that, and they're not ready to start learning to read.
Good job, everybody.
What we're hearing is they're not ready for school because they can't sit still, they can't cooperate in groups, they're not being curious.
Skills mastered in the preschool years. The fact is, when some kids are unprepared, all kids are affected.
If you have a child in your classroom who are having behavior difficulties, can't cooperate in a group setting, that has an impact on your child's experience and ability to learn.
Preschool is the opportunity to lay the groundwork for a lifetime of learning.
You did a great job, Megan.
The name of the game in preschool is to enjoy learning and to be engaged in the process of learning. That is the best preparation for success in school.
Preschool really becomes a place where we can prepare kids for life.
Now, pre-K isn't the only answer. Children still need the support of a loving family and community. But pre-K is a terrific chance to prepare kids for the social, emotional, and intellectual challenges they'll face in school. And right now, we're going to give you some tips on what you should look for in a quality preschool program.
If there are 3 things that describe preschool quality, I would say they're people, first, program, second, place, third. And if parents can keep that in mind, they'll have a relatively easy job of navigating whether or not a preschool meets their needs.
There are many different kinds of pre-K programs. Some are part-day, others full-day with wraparound childcare to accommodate parents' work schedules.
Your church, your synagogue may run a very good preschool program. You may have the YMCA or the YWCA running a very high-quality childcare program that incorporates the best features of pre-K.
Many of these programs are vital in providing childcare for parents, allowing them to work. And we know now that that produces very long-term earnings gains for parents. So if you're interested in keeping people off welfare permanently, preschool through childcare is a way to do it.
Children in lower-income families may be eligible for the federal early education program Head Start. It's been around since 1965, and it's given millions of kids the skills to tackle school.
Let's see how quickly you can make your match. Right there.
Good preschools can even be found in private homes.
They'll look like any other typical preschool class except they're in a home. The advantages to a home-based preschool is that you have a mixed age situation, and the smaller groups sometimes means that you're going to get more individual attention for your child.
Okay, guys, let's go.
In some states and counties, the public school system may offer a preschool program.
Every year there's another state that looks at what's happening with children in elementary school and realizes we need to start earlier.
Hi. I'm meeting with Beth.
The best way to learn about a school is to visit it.
Just one moment, I get it for you. Thank you.
The first thing to check is that the school is following local licensing requirements.
The facility has to meet local health inspections. It has to be licensed. It has to have a certain space per child, indoor and outdoor. It requires a certain number of staff per number of students.
But these are only the minimum standards of quality. A much better way to evaluate the program is to find out whether it is accredited through an organization like the National Association for the Education of Young Children, or NAEYC. Accreditation means that a school has met tough standards and shows a commitment to providing a high-quality experience. When you tour your school, take a good look at the space. Is it designed for kids? A place your child will want to come to every day.
Look at it from a child's eye point of view. Are the materials in the classroom accessible to children? Are the furnishings the right size and comfort for a child? Are the spaces in the classroom organized in a way that children can see that there are interesting things to do and when and how to do them?
It's space that really is designed around what is the most fun to do when you're 4. That means a nook where you can go and be quiet. It means a place where you can be noisy and build stuff. And it's a space where if you're artistic, you can paint and make a mess.
There should be plenty of materials for kids to flex their creative muscles.
You see not just a few blocks, but lots of blocks so children can build big structures, and there can be lots of children playing there. You go over to an art center where you see a nice selection of different kinds of pens and paints and markers and papers for children to use.
Children need time to play outside, so check out the playground too.
You should see lots of climbing equipment, some places for children to go to get away from the other kids, and then, of course, plenty of space to run.
Okay, let's go.
Look at the people in the program. Classrooms should reflect the community.
Están primero las nubes y después al último que pasa.
Hi, Christian.
And children with special needs should feel welcome and included. Observe how clean the school is and whether the teachers and the students follow good health practices.
You've got a little bump on your lip.
Ask whether the staff is trained in first aid and CPR.
It's your turn.
You have to know your kids are secure, so teachers should be with them at all times. Some of the most important questions to ask are about the staff. What are their qualifications, and is there a lot of turnover?
The most important part of the cost of a good preschool program is the cost of the teachers. And people with more education and more skill cost more to hire and to keep.
It's time to clean up, boys and girls.
Programs that treat their staff like professionals attract and keep the best teachers. And as we'll see later, the best teachers make the best program. Finally, you should feel good about the school.
Come here, Brianna.
When I walked in here, I realized the teachers were so warm and kind, and all the children just seemed to take to them.
If they feel like the staff, the director, are someone they want to talk with, to be with, they're going to feel more comfortable leaving their child there.
Say good morning.
A secure environment that is welcoming and exciting to children. An administration that respects the needs of students, parents, and staff. All signs of a quality program. The next thing to look at is how the school is going to teach your kids. The program should have clearly defined learning goals for its students and a real plan of action based on an understanding of how kids learn. It's called a curriculum or educational model, and it's the next thing you'll want to think about.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3.
Research is very clear that the classrooms in which children do the best do have a strong curriculum.
Parents should ask some basic questions.
What are your learning outcomes? What are your goals for children?
Are the children really engaged and excited?
What color is this?
Red.
Are they challenged in a way that is inviting to them rather than intimidating? How much of the environment is really responding to the children's kind of drive for learn?
You want a program that understands that kids learn best when their curiosity is fed.
We don't know how to do it.
And that learning happens in all kinds of situations.
It's really building a learning experience into whatever the children are doing, whether it's playing in the water play table, pouring sand, or writing a make-believe letter.
The daily schedule should reflect this idea by offering a lot of different activities.
You want to see a balance between indoor, outdoor, large group, small group. You want to see time for children to make their own selection of what they want to do.
Can I have some juice?
Balanced with some times when the teacher is actually leading them.
You want an environment where play is encouraged.
Some people differentiate play from learning. They say, well, gee, are the kids learning now or are they playing? And the answer is they are always learning when they're playing.
At this age, play is so much more important than sitting at a desk or filling in worksheets.
Through play, they learn so much. Just outside playing, they're using their gross motor skills.
They're learning colors because they're talking about things they're cooking, and you're hearing their social skills develop.
We have bread.
You have bread for dessert for later? Okay.
And in the block area where kids are building, obviously they're learning math skills, counting out blocks and building heights and how wide and how long.
Blue. Red.
All children are different.
Yellow.
Little.
But by the time they finish pre-K, most kids should be able to recognize shapes, colors, and numbers, and count to 10.
A, B, C, D,
They should also show early reading skills.
F, G.
You want your child to know some letters of the alphabet when they leave pre-K.
What letter is this?
J. I got J.
J. You got a name with J.
Jack in the Box.
You want them to actually be able to write some of the letters in their name. They want them to understand that a book opens in how it opens in the front, how it goes from left to right. You read from top to bottom.
The skin on my bruise is not broken.
But most important, the program should help your children learn to love learning.
If the child gets up in the morning the next day and is looking forward to going back to that program, if a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old enjoys having you read a book to him or her that was read in school, that is a great learning experience for kids.
He tied a big horn on the top of his head.
A school can have the best facilities with the latest equipment and all the toys and activities a kid could ever want. But it could still be missing one of the most important features of a quality preschool: good teachers.
I think too often we walk into a room that really may look beautiful and think that that's the program.
Raphael?
The program is the relationship between the teacher and the child.
A relationship that is a really good one, that clicks, is tremendously powerful.
No, give me 5. Did you use this soap? Yeah. Good job.
It provides a vehicle for great learning. If you have good relationships with preschool teachers, you're going to approach school ready to have good relationships with school teachers.
Very good job, Zendaya.
There's something about those early, close relationships that seems to develop children's confidence in themselves.
I told you you could do it.
And gives them kind of a base of security that gives them the courage to take risks in their learning.
White block.
Well-trained teachers know how to nurture these relationships.
And what letter is this?
Research shows that teachers' formal education degrees and teachers' specialized training in early childhood education predict better teaching, better outcomes for children.
Can you find me the letter E? Red letter E. Very good.
Ideally, all pre-K teachers should have a bachelor's degree. But typically, low salaries make it hard to attract people with these qualifications to the field. The good news, there are talented teachers out there.
Like a
Diamond in the sky.
How can you tell if your kids' teachers are the best?
rotate, little treasures.
A good preschool teacher has a knowledge base, is motivated, and enjoys being with kids. And if you meet those criteria,
Make sure you make the lines down.
you're made. You're made in the shade.
I think you want a warm, caring person who gets down and talks to the child on the child's level and is really focusing on what's going to occur that day and what the children are going to do.
Joshua, where's your vehicle?
It's very important that children get to engage in conversations when they are young.
Okay. Can you ask Anthony, please, can I use your book?
There should be lots of opportunities, again, to help with the child in their exploration.
One of the things that you will need to know when working with children with
Even the most experienced teacher needs to keep up to date with the latest research on how kids learn.
So I am a visual learner. I need to see it.
That's why it's so important that schools offer continuing education and training.
So the children know that number one will be to color.
Continuing education is critical because we're always learning new things, and it's always helpful to kind of share new ideas and refresh your skills.
No matter how good the teachers are, they can't do their job if there are too many kids in the classroom.
The ratio of a child to an adult in a classroom is so very crucial in terms of how that child learns, how much they learn, and their openness to want to learn.
Of course, all students have an even more important teacher, their parent.
Do a little window right here.
Teachers need to realize that parent role is critical. Parents need to feel really comfortable with the center.
How are you? How's your day? All right.
The teacher needs to feel comfortable with the parents, and they need to have a relationship.
The pre-K years are just as exciting for parents as for their kids. Good programs welcome and encourage parent involvement. That involvement can mean different things.
It can mean coming to class, it can mean making things, being there in the classroom to support that teacher. It can mean getting the child there on time every day.
Parents should be able to drop by any time during the day just to see how things are going.
Thank you so much.
But busy schedules mean that the morning drop-off
Good morning, Miss Hyatt.
or afternoon pickup can be a parent's only time at the school. But even these few moments are a terrific chance to connect with what's going on in the classroom.
You can share little things about maybe your child didn't get off to the best start that morning. Sharing those little pieces of information about the child can be really helpful.
Parents need to say, my child had a bad night, so that the teacher can really have the insight he or she needs to handle that child's emotional roller coaster.
Hi. Hi, Mama.
And at the end of the day,
I think the parents and the teacher should make eye contact at that time, and if at all possible, just to touch base and see how the day's gone.
Mommy, baby, cook today?
Yeah, you gotta try cook for mommy some food.
The parents need to take the time to figure out, was it a good day?
You know, today she was kind of tired.
What did my child learn? Is there anything I can be doing at home?
teachers should provide parents with daily or weekly updates on what's going on,
Letter E.
so parents can build on the learning in the classroom at home.
The minimum that should be there is that the parent should bond with the learning that's taking place in their child's life and try to extend that and support that so that child loves learning for the rest of their life.
He did it.
When it all comes together, that special combination of concern and well-trained teachers, a welcoming space, and a well-thought-out plan for learning, pre-K will deliver on its promise, getting our kids ready for school and for their futures. And remember, it's not just the kids who benefit, it's all of us. Because children who attend quality pre-K are more likely to finish high school, hold down a job, have higher earnings, and commit fewer crimes. Throughout this video, we've given you some helpful tips on how to find a quality preschool program. But unfortunately, even with all this information, you may still find it a tough search. That's because fewer than half of all the preschool programs are rated as good or excellent. And the startling fact is that millions of children can't attend preschool either because there are none in the community or the programs are just too expensive. As a parent, this is where you can make an enormous difference. There's a growing movement to get federal and local governments to invest in quality voluntary preschool programs so that they're available to all children. But the success of this movement depends on the support of parents like you.
Parents' voices are incredibly powerful.
That's your word? Wow, Samir, that's nice.
And if parents get involved, then it will make a tremendous difference.
The social skills that a child acquires at 3 and 4 have impacts on how they behave and quality of life in their community when they're in their 20s.
In law enforcement, when we see the stories of young people getting into criminal activity, we have to find the answer. And the answer is preschool.
Good preschool education isn't free. It's going to cost money. Somebody has to pay for it. We have a lot of evidence to show that it's a very good investment with a high return if you do it well.
It's about investing in our greatest resource, which is our human capital. And there is no greater and more precious resource than our children. And it sounds cliche, but now we actually have the scientific evidence to prove what sounds good and feels good is true.
All right. Set her at 6 o'clock.
It's time for universal pre-K for all children, regardless of income, and at a certain level of quality that everyone should have. It ought to be open to everyone.
We can't settle for less than the best for our kids. And the best in pre-K means that all children in every state and community will have access to affordable quality programs, that teachers will be required to have bachelor's degrees, and they'll be paid accordingly, that programs will provide wraparound childcare to help working parents. The momentum is growing. Across the country, business, education, law enforcement, and community leaders are working to convince policymakers that preschool matters. They understand that it's an investment that's worth it, since every dollar we put into quality programs gives taxpayers up to $17 in return. To find out about what's happening with preschool in your state and to join other parents who are taking action in your community and around the country, visit Parents Action for Children at www.parentsaction.org. And you can find even more information about pre-K at www.preknow.org. Children are our top priority, so let's work together to give them the tools to succeed. And if you want to learn more about quality childcare, what to look for, what questions to ask, we invite you to watch our video Quality Childcare, Making the Right Choice for You and Your Child. It and a whole series of videos on parenting are available at the Parents Action for Children website or by calling this toll-free number.